Anger is one of the basic human emotions. Some of us get angry really quickly and lash out at people, while others know how to control the rage when someone or something is not going their way. Sigma males have excellent control over their emotions. They often prefer not to be expressive about how they feel, but some things trigger the Sigma male's rage, and when they get angry, they can be unstoppable. In today's video, we'll see what triggers the Sigma male's anger and the reason why you don't want to get a Sigma male angry. But before we get started, please hit the subscribe button and hit that bell icon as well to get the latest notifications of our videos. Now let's get back to our topic. Sigma males are calm and composed men who try to stay away from any social interaction as much as possible. They spend their time researching and looking for logical reasons to support their decisions and arguments. But sometimes they have to deal with people who are not as rational as they are. And in these situations, a conflict arises between Sigma males and people with no or negligible logic to back up their arguments. Sigmas try to deal with such people rationally. They present them with all the knowledge and the facts they need to straighten up their thinking. But they get frustrated when people don't change their perspective and keep repeating their same irrational patterns. After Sigma males are done trying to prove their point and correct the other person, they often become quiet and separate themselves from such people. They suppress their anger and try to keep it in as much as possible. But we all have our limits, right? When that limit exceeds, things can get really scary, especially when it comes to a Sigma male. Sigmas are more likely to experience an outburst of anger at unexpected times because they've suppressed their emotions for far too long. In their daily life, many things happen that they don't like and it stresses them out. They deal with people who keep accusing them of being distant, being too self-centered and selfish. Trust me, you don't want to invoke the anger of a Sigma male. Because once they get tired of keeping their emotion in, they will have an urge to get their point across in the most violent and harsh ways. They find reasons to justify their anger. It means that when a Sigma male gets into a heated argument or a fight with you, he will have to get all of his thoughts out, and if he has to use some brutal ways to prove his point, he will. But that's only because he thinks it's the right thing to do. Sigma males don't feel guilty after expressing their anger openly because they often believe they did what was needed. In other words, the other person deserved it. One thing that is unsettling for a Sigma male is losing control of themselves. When they get angry and lash out at other people, they feel guilty because it was the anger dictating their actions and words, not their planning and rationality. People in close relationships with Sigma males, like their partners or close friends, have to follow specific rules to make sure Sigma males are not provoked by their actions or words. Suppose someone, no matter how close he is to a Sigma male, does or says something against the Sigma male's values, or he tries to dictate orders and make the Sigma do things they don't like. Then Sigma males will get angry and not take a second to kick that person out of their life. They can really become cold and emotionless when somebody can threaten their well-being, and so they can hurt people pretty badly. Anger brings out the worst in them and can cause serious harm to the people around them. Sigma males are very productive, and they spend a lot of time reading and thinking things through. Productivity is key to their success, and so they love the company of people who have the same work ethics as them. But they encounter some lazy people who are sloppy in their work. This triggers their anger, and they feel a strong desire to correct their actions. They take the polite approach first, but when the same things happen over and over, they use their words to make the other person realize how bad he's performing. You don't want to get on the wrong side of a Sigma male because once they target you as someone who is not worth their time or effort, they'll treat you as if you don't even exist. They'll not consider you as part of their team, and any conversation they're having, you'll be left out of. You'll feel like you have no value. If you guys have made it this far, stay a little longer because you really want to find all the reasons to avoid getting a Sigma male angry. Sigma males love to spend time alone, and they only engage in healthy conversations. They like to be left in solitude when they're thinking and working. When people continuously talk about inconsequential things, they get infuriated. Sigma males don't tend to listen to or take part in the conversations out of which they're going to get nothing. They hate blabbering, and they show a very stern attitude towards the people who talk about foolish things. They remind such people of the unworthiness of their conversation, and they simply shut them down. In doing so, they hurt people unintentionally. So basically anything that is against the Sigma male's rules has potential to make them angry. Sigmas are rational, productive, and highly successful men who like to control every situation. In normal circumstances, you will find Sigma males kind, loving, and caring, but sometimes they can act like the rudest human beings. Their first instinct is to stay in control of their emotions in every situation, no matter how hard it is for them. They try to keep themselves together when someone or something is bothering them. But once they reach their limit, they lash out at people. They don't even care whether you're their friend, life partner, boss, or the closest person in their life. They'll try to put you in a place. They'll make sure you get the message they're trying to convey, and their ways are not always the nicest. If Sigma males are in charge of the office, they try to keep things in balance. They like to be the ones who know all the things and make the best strategies. If someone tries to tell them they're wrong and they need to work on their logic, facts, and knowledge, it ignites anger in them. They always want to be correct. And when they're told by a third person they're not, they feel attacked. One of the Sigma male's traits is that they don't like to accept that they're wrong, so they don't have a coping mechanism for it. The Sigma males will always try their best to prove you wrong, no matter what it takes. He'll target you as one of those who thinks he is not competent enough for the task, and a personal grudge will form in his heart. He will avoid you as much as he can. He'll fall into heated conversations over small things and will never have a healthy working relationship with you. If a Sigma male is a subordinate and works under someone, the chances of him getting angry are pretty high when given orders he doesn't find fitting. And this anger can even reach such extremes where he can leave the job, just because his boss doesn't understand things from his point of view. Sigmas do try to control their anger at the workplace, but every day, when they have to go through the same things that make them frustrated, their chances of lashing out increase. Dealing with a Sigma male is really difficult because even the slightest action can make him totally strange and agitated. Sigmas suppress their emotion most of the time, which piles up a lot of frustration and rage inside of them. Consequently, when this anger surfaces, the results are bad. Like really, really bad. Sigmas isolate themselves from the people who make them angry. They lash out at the ones who pressure them to do things or make them follow orders, misinterpret their intentions, and overall jeopardize their well-being. When Sigmas lash out, they forget about the relationships they had with other people. So they cross boundaries and say things that prove to be harsh and emotionless. They can make the people who are close to them feel like they don't matter, and people end up getting hurt in the end. The conclusion is that you should try your best and try not to make a Sigma male angry, because anger brings out the darkest and scariest sides of the Sigma male. They can be pretty cruel and feelingless, unaware and unaffected by the damage they're causing. You don't want to end on their wrong side, because if you do, you're likely to get hurt. Sigma males have a hard time controlling and dealing with their anger. If you're a Sigma male, you should absolutely focus more on dealing with your suppressed emotions, and you should certainly develop a coping mechanism for such emotions. Now, with this, our video does come to an end. I hope you found this video helpful. Have any one of you ever experienced the rage of a Sigma male? If yes, please do tell us how you dealt with it, and let us know how intense it was. Also, be sure to put a little like on this video and share it with all of your friends. I'll see you guys soon with another video. Until then, take care, folks.